Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to DAXMAN Talk midweek headlines. Today, we're going to discuss something very tragic that happened this week. The Texas school shooting, where someone went in there, shot up an elementary school, killed 19 children, precious children, and 2 adults. It's tragic, guys. It's hard to even talk about because these are precious kids. These are little kids who have no way of protecting themselves, and some madman decided to go in there and shoot them up. I am so saddened by this that it hurts me to my heart to even talk about it. But it has to be talked about. So me and some of my DA brothers will have a discussion about today, and I'd like for you guys to hear what their thoughts are about the tragic shooting and the situations that we have with the so-called gun laws in our country.
Even come up with even thinking about harming kids. And these were little kids. And I just can't even watch it. The news, I've watched it a couple of times, but that's it. I can't watch it anymore. They're just something that, I don't know, it just rips you apart. It's just something that's just not even, it don't even seem humanly possible. It's almost unthinkable, unfathomable to harm a child. So that's just something I don't even like putting in my head and dwelling on and keep thinking about, because those evil, crazy, mean thoughts, I don't even like stuff like that. Even, what I'm saying? I know it's a reality, but I don't even like hearing about stuff like that. That's just pure evil. And, I don't even like stuff like that, violent stuff like that. And just, the actual intent to purposely do somebody wrong, purposely hurt somebody, purposely kill somebody. That stuff bothers me like that. When somebody purposely do stuff to anybody, whether it be a kid or adult, stuff like that. I don't even like to hear stuff like that. We all humans, we make mistakes, but that's just evil. And stuff like that just bothers me. I don't even like it in my mind or in my atmosphere. I don't even like it, that type of stuff around my aura or anything like that. It's just that negativeness. So, just praying for those families and, man, it's just, I don't know. It's just, society right now, everything is just so crazy. I don't even want to talk about the negative. Y'all know me. I don't really like the negative stuff. I don't really like all that crazy stuff like that, but it's so negative and it's just so draining. It brings a cloud of darkness. So I don't even like that stuff, but praying for those families. David, I saw your comment about the football player that was walking down the highway. I didn't even know all the backstory. I knew he got hit, but I didn't know the updates. And that, again, that is sad too, that, such a young life, a predominant life, expiring life was lost like that. A lot of times people want to blame, but they don't know the whole story. So it's good to know the whole story. Again, your heart goes out to any type of tragedy. Your heart goes out.
With you, Eric. It's just like, I cannot, it just doesn't make sense in my mind. Like, I can't make it make sense. Like, that's just something like that doesn't even happen in war, like war times. People, you hear about the atrocities in war, and occasionally you hear something like that, but rarely do you hear of like even a crazy soldier going and blasting, something in another country, going and blasting some kids like that. That's just, for me, it kind of like, it's like putting a square peg in a circular hole in like a puzzle piece. It just doesn't fit. It just doesn't make sense. Like, it just doesn't, man, wow. And, this argument comes back up as far as gun control and all that. And, the same thing happens every time. People get into a uproar about it, then it kind of fades away. We have such short-term memory when it comes to things these days. It's not even worth, like, getting upset about it in terms of trying to demand change. Those people on that hill are not going to change anything. It's going to take like states are going to have to get in there and do their own implementation for laws and banning and things like that. And even that won't change it, because you can get your hands on a weapon easily. What they can do is affect how people get them legally. That's something they can do, but the illegal thing, they can't mess with that at all. It would take decades for that stuff to trickle out. But guns, man, people can pick up a gun from anywhere, illegally, anywhere. So, one thing they can do is put a hard ban or hard stipulations on obtaining guns legally. That could affect it. But then the deeper problem is going to be addressing mental health. That's the bigger problem. Sure, you can blame the gun for doing this, but it's the person that pulls the trigger of the gun that's the problem. It's crazy. I was just, one of my friends on Facebook posted something a little while ago that's talking about this shooting thing. And it really put it into perspective for me. So she went to drop her kids off this morning at school, and they're like between, I guess, 5 and 9, between that age range. She went to drop them off today, and the kids didn't want to go. They didn't want to get out and go to school because they were scared. They had, heard the news and all that stuff. So, man, could you imagine raising little ones right now?
Particularly in this stuff that's going on with these shootings and killings, like Steve's saying, man, the whole thing is a mess, man. It's sad. It's really sad. You're right, Steve. You're right, Eric. When I saw that about those kids, the thing that really got me the worst was how, when I saw it come up on the news, I just looked and saw it, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, that's messed up. And I just kept going. I'm like, whoa, am I becoming really that desensitized about this thing, where it's like, not like, oh my God, what happened? You say, oh, there's another one. You know what I mean? It's really
Okay,
sad.
you heard from them. I second everything they say. Our gun laws suck. We allow people to go out and buy automatic weapons, semi-automatic weapons at such a young age, and body armor. I don't have no idea why you allow someone to buy body armor. You don't need body armor to protect your family or yourself unless you go into war. When someone intrudes your home for your family, you don't even have time to put on body armor. So I don't understand the need to legalize people to go out and buy all this stuff. But enough said about that. Our children need our help. The gun laws are so lax today that parents are so afraid to take their kids to school. They have no protection from madmen, like in Texas. So I don't know what we can do about it, guys. We need to call our congressmen, call our senators, send notes to the president. We have to do something about these gun laws, and we have to find a way to protect our children from all evil of this world. Guns, pedophiles, abusive parents, just all the drugs in the world. All of that, we have to find a way to protect our children. We have grown up to be adults. Let's let our children have the same chances. But to do that, we have to fight these so-called laws that allow people to get whatever they want to hurt our little ones. We have to do better, y'all. Let's fight for our children. They cannot fight for themselves. I like to send special prayer out to those families who are devastated by the violence that happened. I hope those parents, family members, the whole city find some peace. Find some peace in this tragedy. I know it's going to be very difficult. I can only imagine if I got a phone call stating that someone shot the school that my son attended. I can only imagine how you guys are feeling. So I pray for you all. I pray that everything, what can you say? I pray that that person who did this receives swift and painful justice for what he did. Let's not give him the pedestal. Let's take it away from him, and let's fight for our children in any way possible. I don't care what it's about. Fight for our children. We need protect. Our children need protecting. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in to DA Talks midweek headlines. Until next time, peace and love.